What's going on, traders? Eddie Chase here for Eddie Chase FX, and in this video I'm going to be going over some trades that we're in and also some trades that we're looking to get in this week so you can capitalize and profit with us. So stay tuned because we're about to go over these trades right now. So for our first trade, we're in AUD CHF right now. This trade we actually got in sometime around last week. We got in around this yellow line right here at 0.66500. We entered here and we actually caught this whole entire move up. And this is a pretty big move. This is about a 150 pip move if you measure it. So we caught that whole ride, and then we ended up stopping out in profits when price just came below and tanked below our stop loss, which was in profits, and that's okay. That's part of our trading strategy. If it happens, it happens. That's okay as long as we don't lose. We still stop out in profits or we stop out at break even. So right now what we did was we entered after another confirmation at this key level because this whole thing is a key level. We entered at a confirmation. We saw many confirmations here of a long. So a long signifies buys. So we ended up buying AUDCHF here. We're going to take profits at the yellow lines at 0.66500 and 0.68100, and this should yield us about, for TP1, about 73 pips, and for all the way to TP2 or even TP3 depending, we might get around 230 pips out of this trade. So we're looking at a very nice trade. This is called a 100 pip club strategy. That's the strategy that we trade. The reason why it's called a 100 pip club strategy is because we are always catching hundreds of pips. The second trade that we're looking at is AUDJPY. If we look on the 4-hour chart, we notice that AUDJPY is downtrending. So if price is downtrending, what we're looking for in this strategy is to short or sell the market. We want to sell. We don't want to go against the trend. We want to go with the trend. The trend is down. It's downtrending, so we're selling. And we notice that we're having lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs every single time. Now we're lower low, and we're waiting for the lower high to come back up to this key level at around 80 price level, and we're looking to enter around 80 if we get a nice confirmation to short it, and we're going to short it right back down to the lows and potentially even to break the lows and go lower and continue the downtrend. So this particular trade, if we enter at our entry that we're looking for at 80 price level, we're going to catch potentially a 200 pip move. Once again, 100 pip club strategy. We're always gaining to make about 100 pips at least on every trade. Sometimes we get less. You can get 50, 60 pips. Some people get 80. Some people get hundreds, 200s, even 300 pips per trade. It's a regular thing. We're constantly doing this on a daily basis on the 100 pip club in our ECFX community. Let's go on to our third trade now, USD CAD. USD CAD has been downtrending for quite some time now. So ever since April, March 2020, pretty much for the whole entire year, it's been just downtrending. But what we happen to see here, because at the end of every single trend, sometimes there's always a trend reversal, right? It's not going to continuously go down forever. It's going to be a point where it stops, it turns around, and it goes up a little bit, and it's called a trend reversal. So right now, what we're anticipating is a trend reversal because of this specific pattern that we see here. This is called the inverse head and shoulders pattern. What that means is like a head and shoulders but upside down. So look here, you see this right here is considered the shoulder, this right here is considered the head, and right here another shoulder. So you have the left shoulder, the head, and a right shoulder. And when you see an inverse head and shoulders pattern, what that signifies is a long or buys. And you notice that because of this head and shoulder patterns, we see a very strong spike up that came all the way up here, and it came right back down to retest this key level now. So what we're looking for simply now is a confirmation on this key level at around 126,400. We're looking for a confirmation to buy USD CAD and to bring it right back up to these highs, because we noticed that when it did break above, it came back down, but it also broke all the way above and broke this high right here. So what happens is this is a key level. We're looking for a confirmation to enter a buy, to ride it right back up to the top. And on this specific pair, USD CAD, if we get this entry that we're looking for, we're looking to capitalize somewhere around 300 pips or 298 pips on this specific trade. Once again, guys, 100 pip club strategy. This is what we do all the time, every single week, week in, week out in our ECFX community. If you want to learn more, you can go to www.eddiechasefx.com. That's my website. We have our ECFX price action day trading course there. A lot of materials there. We have a lot of free videos and content on there as well. Once again, that's www.eddiechasefx.com. Check me out on Instagram if you like, at EddieChaseFX. That's one word, at EddieChaseFX. I have a lot of links and I post a lot of content on there as well. So if you're interested, check me out. Going on to the next pair, or indice, I should say, is US 30. This is not a pair, this is called indice, which this is basically, if you didn't know, US 30 is the Dow Jones Industrial. So basically it's the market in whole. It shows you, what does it show you here? It shows you that it's uptrending, and if price is uptrending, what we're looking for are buys only. We only want to look for buy positions. We don't want to look for sells because we don't want to counter trend with the 100 pip club strategy. So we noticed that price came up, but then it came all the way down here. You see this? And it broke all the way right back down. We had a key level at 34,800 on US 30, but it broke below the key level, came up, broke below, and then shot up. What is this called? This is called a manipulation move. It's very manipulative. You have to understand, indices are a lot more manipulative than pairs. But a lot of people love trading US 30. It's very fast. If you're the type of person you like very fast-paced movements, then this is for you. You can definitely trade this with the 100 pip club strategy. If you notice here, you just find that it did do a manipulative move. But with our 100 pip club strategy, our risk management is so on point that if we would have took a stop out right here, we would only lose about 1 to 2% of our capital. What that means is if we only risk 1%, let's say, we still have 99% to trade with. So we would stop out here, price would go up, give us another confirmation to enter long, and then we would enter again and we would catch this whole entire move right back up. We would make back our loss, our 1% loss, plus maybe 1 or 2% or 3% more on top. That's how our 100 pip club strategy always works, and that's the reason why we're so successful when we trade it. So right now what we see here is we see that US 30 has broken above all the way back up to this other key level on top, around 35,200. And we notice that price is all the way up here, and what we're waiting for is for price to come back down and retest to make sure that this is strong enough. 35,200, we're looking for a confirmation right here to make sure it's strong enough to enter and go long right back up to the highs and potentially even break the highs and make all-time highs on US 30. Going on to the last pair, we're going to go to BTC USD, better known as Bitcoin. I have a lot of requests for this one. This is very popular. A lot of people DM me all the time asking me, where's Bitcoin going? All right, well, check this out. We've been calling Bitcoin since months ago, since it was all the way when it came with this really hard crash back in May 20th. We've been calling Bitcoin. 30,000 was a key level of interest. We said, let's buy here at 30,000. We thought that it would probably come down a little bit lower. We thought it would come down maybe to like about 22,500. But it didn't, and it ended up just going to 30,000, and that's okay because we entered anyway, and we were going to dollar cost average in. That means if we would have bought here at 30,000 and it would have dropped to 22,500, we would have bought some more because this is a long-term hold. So we bought here at 30,000. We said price is going to go right back up to 42K. It took a little while, but it finally ended up coming to 42,000 exactly. Why 42,000? Because it's a key level. And if you notice, since it was a key level of interest, look what happened when price comes to 42,000. It rejected and it came back down. But eventually, since Bitcoin is a long-term hold and it was bullish in our eyes, it broke 42,000 and came above. When it broke 42,000, our next level of interest was 48,000. So 48,000 was the key level we had marked off. Price comes all the way up to 48K, rejects several times, comes all the way down, but not quite all the way back down to 42,000, and ends up finding some legs, and it breaks right above 48,000, and now we're sitting on top of 48,000 as support. So this is a good sign that it's going to continue bullish since we're breaking so many key levels now to the upside. So what we're looking for now, I'm going to go into the 1 hour chart so you guys can see a little bit better. What we're looking for now is for price to give us a nice confirmation. So we would like to see a nice little pullback, even a little bit further deeper into 48,000, potentially giving us a confirmation to enter along to ride it up to the next key level of interest, which is 52,000. 52,000 would be the next key level of interest. And of course, we're going to look for a continuation of the newfound uptrend. So basically, we're looking for price to definitely come up to 52,000 once we see a confirmation. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you like what I'm doing. If you really like the content that I'm putting out for you guys, let me know by commenting, liking, and subscribing to our page. It's going to help me out a lot to know if you guys really like what I'm doing. I'm going to continue doing it. I really want to put out more content now that I'm not as busy, and I want to put out more trades that we can all get into, we can all profit together, because our strategy works, guys. We do this all the time. We're continuously making hundreds of pips. It works on anything. It works on Forex, stocks, crypto, anything that you could think of. It works on any market. So let me know that you like what I'm doing by liking, subscribing to my page, and I'm going to continue to make more content. All right, guys? So with that being said, we're going to end this video here. Hope everybody has a blessed one. Check me out on Instagram if you have any questions, at EddieChaseFX on Instagram, and I'll see you in the next video.